On a quiet Tuesday morning, news began spreading like wildfire. Former TAHIDI actor is gone. Fans were stunned, celebrities shocked, and the entertainment industry shaken.
Hey, hebu kuja. Shika masikio. Wewe ndio unaintroduce watu hapa. Shika. Hey. Me give her. Me give her what she was. Me give her. Me give you what? Caesars! Bam, 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 bam. Dance, cause you have a chance. Cause I'm going to Mambo kuleta mukate. Leta mukate. Leta mukate. Hey. Nyanjele.
Screens lit up with condolences, social media pages filled with theories, and confusion clouded the truth of what really happened. But just when the speculation threatened to overshadow the man he was, Sandra Ndacha stepped forward, not as a public figure but as a friend, to set the record straight.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Wow. Really nice house for a man.
Well, you know, I try.
Junior! Ate Junior, who's that?
It's nobody. It's just them watch. Let's go.
Huh?
To the movies.
When I go to bed, I will not open for anyone.
Sandra's tribute was long, emotional, and painfully honest. She revealed what many did not know, that Bilal had been fighting a silent battle, one that started as a small wound, a wound that never healed, and a wound that ultimately cost him his life. Her revelations shifted the nation's understanding. This wasn't sudden, it wasn't mysterious. This was the tragic end of a long struggle. A year before his death, Bilal developed a wound on his leg. Harmless at first, simple, treatable, but the wound had a hidden enemy, diabetes. To most, diabetes is just another chronic condition, but to those who live with it, it is a silent danger. Cuts don't heal, bruises become infections, minor injuries turn into battles between the body and time. Bilal's wound refused to close. It kept reopening, turning every step into pain, every movement into a reminder of his condition. Soon, he relied on walking sticks, sometimes crutches, because the wound was not just physical. It was a warning, one he pushed through with quiet resilience. On Sunday, a warm afternoon in Machakos, Bilal was visiting friends, laughing, talking, living life as best as he could. But behind his smile, something was wrong. He began struggling to breathe. His chest tightened. His heartbeat changed. Within minutes, he was fighting for air. Panic broke out. Friends rushed him to the nearest vehicle. There was no time to waste. Their destination was Kenyatta National Hospital, and that drive was the beginning of Bilal's final hours. Doctors moved quickly. They stabilized his breathing, checked his vitals, and then discovered something alarming. Bilal's blood sugar levels had skyrocketed, dangerously high, life-threatening high. The stubborn wound on his leg, still open, still painful, complicated everything. His body was overwhelmed, his immune system exhausted, his organs strained. Doctors fought, machines beeped, nurses rushed in and out. But with every hour, Bilal grew weaker. On the night of December 4th, surrounded by medical equipment, held by the efforts of a desperate team, Bilal slipped away, quietly, peacefully, and gone. Before the illness, before the pain, before the hospital, Bilal was a force, a talented actor, a mentor, a dreamer, a man whose laughter could fill a room, and whose dedication inspired those around him. His role in TAHIDI made him a household name, a familiar face in every Kenyan home. He was the kind of actor actor who didn't just perform, he lived his characters. But behind the screen, he was also a teacher, a motivator, a builder of dreams, especially for one young woman, Sandra Dacha. Sandra remembered it clearly. 2010 in Eastleigh, a youth program, a room full of hopeful young performers, Bilal watched her act, and in a single moment saw something in her she had not yet seen in herself. He pulled her aside, encouraged her, and guided her. He introduced her to Planet Theatre, where she began performing set books, performances that will eventually launch her acting career. Sandra said, "He unlocked my destiny," and those words were not poetic exaggerations, they were the truth. Without Bilal, there might be no Sandra Dacha as we know her today. He opened the door, she walked through it, and her life changed forever. As news of his passing spread, fans flooded social media with memories of his performances. Actors shared their grief, directors posted tributes, ordinary Kenyans recalled the joy he brought to their screens. But something else happened too. People began opening up about diabetes, about the dangers of ignoring wounds, about the importance of early treatment. Bilal's story became more than a tragedy. It became a lesson, a reminder of how fragile life can be, how silent illnesses can kill, and how urgent healthcare awareness truly is. At the end of her tribute, Sandra's voice trembled. She spoke not as an actress, not as a celebrity, but as a friend mourning the man who believed in her long before the world did. She thanked him, she honored him, she promised to carry his legacy forward. And she ended with the words that brought tears to all who read her message. "I will forever remain grateful for the faith you had in me when I was still unknown." Today, Kenya remembers a mentor, a friend, an icon, a man whose journey ended too soon, but whose impact will live on in every life he touched. Rest in peace, Bilal Wanjau. Your story lives, your legacy remains, and your light will never fade.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Wow. Really nice house for a man.
Well, you know, I try.
Junior! You are the nanny. Ati Junior, who's that?
It's nobody. It's just them watch. Let's go.
Huh?
To the movies.
When I go to bed, I will not open for anyone.